Hi everybody, this is Spin here, and we're back with our No Armor, No Perk Run, part 24. We just finished our commendations, and we were headed back to the bunker, so that's where we'll pick up. Alright. Alright, so we gotta look and listen to these 4 posters, and they come with instructions. So we got the nuclear keycards, the launch codes, and 2 about the silos themselves. So the key cards are dropped by cargo bots. Sometimes you can see them flying around, and if you shoot them down, they usually contain a key card. Launch codes will be ghouls or scorched officers that have a backpack that's beeping, and you can get a piece of the code for that. There is a whole way to actually break the code, to do the code breaking, but we will just probably look up the codes when we get to our silo and get through it. So we'll give these a listen. So while we're giving those a listen, I'll just give a little talk about the last book I read. I just finished Terms and Condition by Lauren Asher. It was okay. I like to read, and that one just happened to be a romance novel that caught my eye when we were grocery shopping. I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. So I picked it up and just got finished reading it. But November is always the month I like to read Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, Little Men, and then Joe's Boys. I'll read the set every November since as far back as I can remember. But I love to read. I love to read. Sometimes I'll get into a reading frenzy and read and read and read and read, and then sometimes I'll put it down for a while. But I always have to make time for my gaming because this is my relaxing time after work. So yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to get started on my next little book journey. Here I've got a couple picked out. That one, and then a seminar in history one about the War of the Roses. So hopefully that'll be interesting. But I like to read all kinds of things. I've got a whole set of, I don't know, it's very varied. A wide variety. From horror to YA, to history, to mathematical books, to just regular fiction, poetry, everything. I like to read everything. Plays. We've got so many books, and oh, we tend to pick up more and more books. But that's one thing about my hubby, is he likes to read also, so that makes it good. I don't have to explain my hordes of books. Oh, because he has his set too, and he has a variety also. In the same vein, we got history books, we got mathematical, philosophy, psychology books, fiction, nonfiction, YA, romance, sports. I'm a big football fan. So I got a lot of sports books, especially centered around football and the history of football. Those are the things I find interesting. But yeah, it's been fun, and Something about cold weather and curling up with a book and a cup of hot cocoa is just the perfect evening. Other than playing Fallout for a couple hours. So I can get in both, though. I can get my cocoa and book reading time in, and my relaxing time with Fallout or whatever game that I'm playing at the time. Uh, Sometimes I'll go off and play on a different kind of game. So, but it's usually a Fallout game. If it's not 76, maybe it's New Vegas, maybe it's Fallout 4, Fallout 3. I'm going to revisit it at one point in time, but I just can't do it yet. Oh, but I like them all. But like, yeah, I did say that I was gonna go back and replay The Witcher Wild Hunt. I do want to do that at some point, and Outer Worlds. That one was great, also. So I want to go back and finish up that one. That one I got up to Murder of Eridanos, and then switch gears to something else. Well, that took up a chunk of time going through the posters. But there's also this map here, and this map shows you the locations of the silos. So you can toggle on those, and then they'll pop up on your map, kind of like the railway stations did when we looked at that. And I'll, since we're about almost halfway done with the video, we probably won't go track it down, but we'll get things started. But I'll check out this bunker and let you see a little bit of all the lore and all the things this bunker has in it for you. Starting with this map. So the map has the silo locations, like I said, but it also has the fissure sites marked, and the fissure sites are where your scorch beasts will pop up. So there we go. And these computers along the back, they are decrypting a code word that you will use to decipher the code for the silo. So this is really early in the week, so it's not got any letters up there yet. But usually when you come through the bunker here and you look over there, you'll see a couple letters up that it has decoded so far for that excuse me, but for that code word for that piece to help you decrypt the silo code. So we'll say hi to Modius. We'll get our mission. I believe it's called Seek and Destroy. Or that might be for the code pieces, not the key card. But we'll do the key card first. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, and if you're here and you try to activate these, nothing happens. At least not now, anyway. But in the armory part, there's also these little pieces of paper that you can find laying around. Let's see if I can find one. But I'm going to loot at the same time. Here's one. And it just kind of gives you the who's its and what's its of flux. So flux is what irradiated plants become when you nuke an area, and it is super useful in building certain items. So like if you want a decontamination shower at your camp, you'll need flux to build it. If a higher level player has come by and built one for you, or you got a friend to build one for you, they spent a lot of flux on that. And flux is not easy to come by. The well, the flux can be, but the materials to stabilize it is not. So if somebody is just giving you things that require flux, that is very generous. And some people are kind of very rich and flush in flux, but some people are not. I do okay with mine. So either one of those two red computers in here will give you the mission. And then we can be on our way. I'll do a little bit of scrapping and maybe even craft some ammo, because we'll need plenty to shoot down this cargo bot. But it shouldn't be too bad. It should go okay. So fingers crossed it's going to be fine. Oh, we had really good luck with our accommodations, so hopefully our luck is holding out. But another little part here, and I've just been kind of breezing by it when I've been in here, is the brig. So this is an interesting little spot. It has a very interesting visual story in here too. So if you look around, you kind of get a sense of what was going on in the brig. But there's also a lot of lore surrounding the Enclave, and it's in these terminals. So any of the terminals around might have a piece of this story, and they're kind of scattered to find all the pieces and compile the story together. But this is one such piece that you can find. The other one is out in the main area. You can find a couple, and in, I think it's in a different section, maybe over toward the medical wing. There might be another. I can't remember right off the bat, but when I first went through her, I went through everything in here. But the brig has a nice visual story, and it can sway your idea of the Enclave or not, depending. But it can give you a sense of what was going on or what happened either right before or right after the bombs dropped. And like I said, you know, when you go through here for the first time, go through like everything. There's a lot of lore here. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of visual storytelling in this bunker. So it's kind of like a special place. There's a lot of stuff that goes with the Enclave, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's videos out there that go in more in depth about the Enclave. But it's one group in the Fallout lore that I like for people to kind of discover themselves, at least at first, and then I'll answer questions later. But it's one of my favorite Fallout groups is the Enclave. Definitely. They also have the best stuff. Oh, so their power armor is really good. Oh yeah, we got that power armor earlier. The EXO one, it's good, and everybody has their opinions on what the best power armor is. I will tell you, my favorite power armor is still the T60. It was my very first set of power armor that I got completed here in Fallout World. So I just kind of randomly picked up power armor pieces so I could have a power armor set, and it just happened to work out to where the T60 was my first full complete set. And it was, I don't know, it was just kind of a special moment. It's like, oh, I finally collected all the pieces. So I've actually still use that set. So anytime I run a silo, I usually run it in that set of power armor. And then I'll switch out my power armor to do other things. Excavator is really good if you're collecting ores. The T65 is really good for certain things. It gives you a lot of protection. The Union power armor, people will argue that that's the best. XO1 is really good too. But I'm still still partial to my T60. I wear it anytime I'm doing something important because I don't know, it's a good luck thing, I guess. I'm not sure. But I always will rock it. I just recently got some paints for it too, so that's been exciting to be able to like spruce her up a little bit. So I got the Nuka-Cola paint and been rocking that for a while. But I got another couple sets of paint for her. So we'll see. We'll see if I can change it. I really kind of like the look of the Nuka-Cola one. So that's been fun. But the XO1 armor that you can get in here, it's really good too. And it's free plans, free set. The mods for it, I'm pretty sure are pretty easy to come by. I think they're all for sale here in the Enclave. But everybody has their own kind of opinion. My next power armor set that I'm working towards, so I've just finished up getting enough gold to be able to buy all the pieces of the T65. So I've got a full set of T65 now, and I've been using it in events and things with my main character to test it out. But my next power armor set I want to get is the Union power armor set, and I am currently kind of grinding for some stamps on that character. I'll do that for a couple of days, and then I'll just be over going to the pit. I'm like, I can't do it anymore, and I have to go do something else. So that'll be a resource gathering day or something like that, or I'll launch a nuke, or or just run around doing little self challenges, like not using any of my main weapons, but using you know, a combat knife, and or switching out perk cards and seeing if it made a difference, or if I can work with that change. I do have my perk cards set the way I want them set, and even though I do get advice from friends and such that I should have this perk card instead of this perk card, I can't make myself change. Because anytime I change out the perk card, it seems like something else doesn't work the way I need it to work for my play style. So that's been fun to figure out, which is a problem that this character will not have because we're not taking perks. Oh. But anyway, we're getting close to that mark, and when we pick this back up, we are going to hunt down our key card and our piece of the code for the silo, and hopefully that won't take long. And then the next video or two videos will be prepping to go to the silo and then doing the silo. And that might take 40 videos to get through it, but we'll get through it. No, I'm kidding. And then we'll figure out new goals for our girl. So until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, and have a great day, everybody. And smash that like button for me. Thanks.